Okay, run 30. The last video before SNL 2001 drops. And of course, I believe the last video before we begin SNL 2001.
Get ready now. Going green.
But in terms of this, we are 3 races away. This one, Rockingham and then Homestead.
Green, green, green.
So for the purposes, Espinosa has some really good chances at wrapping up the title. As we act the inside line. In the meantime, welcome back Chris Hardwick. It's been a while.
Inside. Car outside. You're in the middle. 3 wide. Outside. You're in the middle. 3 wide.
Can we make the overtake on Boyd? The answer is yes, but there's Donald. Contact with Donald Barclay.
Clear. Inside.
Contact with and we slide.
Still there.
And Vanessa is back, so welcome back. After the DNQ yesterday. Contact with Wall. And more contact with Hardwick.
Clear. Inside. Inside. You're in the middle. 3 wide.
3 wide.
Outside.
And can I clear McGee? The answer is yes, but more contact with Donald. More contact with Donald.
You're now in the top 20.
And Donald pretty much has the inside line. And he's not letting it go. And he's through. And, well, never mind. He isn't anymore. Whoops.
Clear.
I
We got a wreck on the back.
didn't want... there was no intention to actually wreck him. But in the meantime, can we go past Ashley? The answer is no. We actually make contact with her.
Keep low. Still there.
And no, she's still there. She's still there. And she's got the
Keep low.
line. She almost completes the pass. We brake harder. Actually, we do make the pass finally. So up next is Michael Bell. We contact with Michael. More contact with Michael.
Outside.
Yeah, he almost made contact with Vanessa.
Still there.
But Michael has a better traction. Or side by side.
Keep low. You're on the bottom. 3 wide.
Through
Outside.
Bell we go. Potentially even Vanessa.
Stay low.
But the answer looks to be maybe yes. Actually. There we go.
Clear outside.
Another overtake. Now we gotta deal with Chris Hardwick, Kyle Allison, who's back, and Colapinto. But yeah, I am really excited for SNL 2001, as I've been talking about it for a very good while. But yeah, 3 hours is the video going to be long, so I think I have
Inside.
anytime there's Val
Still there.
and he's through. Yeah, he almost did the same thing they did with Donald.
Outside.
This time I managed to avoid it.
Keep low. Stay low.
As Allison and Colapinto go side by side, we go side by side with Bell. And through we go, but there goes Hardwick charging in like a ball. And Allison looks like he's got the position on Colapinto.
Outside. Keep low.
Well, he's definitely got it now.
Still there.
As we are side by side with Colapinto.
Still there.
And almost make contact, but we somehow escape. As there's Allison Jr. after Allison. But there we go. But yeah, as I was saying, I am really excited for SNL retail. I mean, I'm excited to make SNL, to start SNL retailing, for that matter, yeah, but I'm also excited for SNL 2001. Although 3 hours of length, it means there's a lot that was dissected. And I know the 3 hours was almost a given. This is going to be a very long video because this is 2001. This was the year that changed NASCAR, for better and for worse. But still, I wonder how much stuff is in that video, or how much stuff did Gray Speed and his team, to use a term of the youth, cook up, to come up with that long of a video. I guess we'll find out in a couple of hours. Me, it will be the next morning because the video drops at 1 AM, and of course I'm not gonna stay awake for up until what? Of course I'm not gonna stay awake that late, so yeah, even though I do not have work tomorrow, but still I want to sleep. I've been waking up at like 6 AM for the past few months, and I really kind of catch on some Z's. But in the meantime, I need to check one thing real quick. Hold on a minute. Okay, we're back. So, mid-race report is going to be on lap 19. As we're struggling to get anywhere near close to Allison, for that matter. And Colapinto is coming in. But, yeah, and talking about something that came at work today, and it's not related to SNL in any way, shape, or form. I was thinking, once this is done, and I'm going to start Turismo Carretera USA, which will begin as soon as this thing is over, I was thinking of dropping a setup video for a special in the meantime that's Colin Jones suffering an engine failure. Anyway, I was thinking of doing a special series that really should have been the Redemption Tour, and that is covering at least the first part of what was the Camel Creative Saga, the series that broke me, the series that was ruined by end ratings, because if you remember the story, end ratings did not recognize the number 18 car in that series, and instead of using the ratings that I gave every car, it used the super boosted ratings that Camel Creative gave it, and as a result, the 18 was the best car in the field by miles. So, yeah. But now that I've returned to sign-up series, I guess it's time to tie up a loose end. And I will only cover the Camel Creative chapter, which is the I guess the upper tier of the Camel Creative Saga, the highest tier of the Camel Creative Saga, because I really want to cover the other two. In the meantime, we are literally one lap away from the mid-race report. And then after that, I think I will be done with stand-up series for a little while, because, you know, I'm doing them 3 in a row as we cross the line. And let's see the situation on track. There we go. Okay, so who's leading this thing? And the leader is Douglas Barkley. Douglas Barkley is in first, with Norris and Espinosa battling for second. Fourth is Harmon, then is Webster, Campbell, Abbott, Voiles, Pinella, and Eric Monog running up the top 10. These guys are super close, by the way. Then we got Movadell, Dino Papuas, Anderson Jr., Kyle Allison, me, ourselves, Colapinto and Hardwick battling for 15th. That is Michael Bell, Ashley Carter, Colin Jones, who at this point I would assume he's out of the race, Vanessa, Troy Yarborough, Victoria Vasquez, Dylan McGee, Johnson Jameson, John Boyd, Matthew Hubert, Ian Prornight. Hello there, welcome back. Yeah, I did do the Formula with Prornight. I think it was Road America. Luke Larson, Sarah Taylor, Tavish Turenas, James Lee, Carson Miller, Mia, Alan Green, Zachary Fitzwater, Ryan Turani, Sasha Bright, Jacob Anderson, Donald Barkley. Yeah, sorry for that. Kasumi, I guess she got involved in the mess with Donald. Then we got Leffler, Palmer, and and of course Jones in the pits for that engine failure. But in the meantime, let's go back racing. But yeah, that's the plan that I want to do. Redo the series that broke me. But in the meantime, Allison is pulling away. At this point, I think we're not gonna go past 15th, unless somebody at the top has an issue or crashes. Okay. And the races in SNL 2000 retelling will have the cup distances, but at 10%, like I've been doing like I've done for the past 1998 and 1999. Well, this time we're actually gonna cover race per race instead of 3 races per video. I will try and release it every day, but yeah. And the reason why I decided to just make it 1 race per day instead of 3 is purely because I wanted the championship to be less of a blitzkrieg and more of a natural evolution of things. Because I realized that doing things quickly, yeah, it doesn't really fit for me. I mean, I managed to do it for like 3 years, true, but yeah, that was mainly because I was afraid of how much time there was going to be between years. And in this case, it's been almost half a year. I'm like five months between 2000 and 2001, so I had plenty of time to actually, you know, do all 36 races of the Cup Series normally. Now, I will try, of course I won't cover, at least until I'm done with my job, I won't cover the other lower series, but just the Cup stuff. And excuse me. And I guess the part that I'm really looking forward to is the Busch Series part, because I'm going to guess that Gray Speed is going to use the 2000 cars again, because there's no 2001 car set for Cup 2000. There's for 2000, there's for 2002, but not for 2001. So, yeah. I'm going to guess that is going to do a 1999 for the Busch Series and use the cars from 1998 in lieu of the 2000 in this case, going to use the 2000 cars in lieu of the 2001 cars, because there's no, as I said, there's no 2001 car set for the Busch Series. And yes, once I'm done recording this, I will start recording Millennium. Race 3 of Millennium. As Allison has managed to catch up to Anderson. Well, we are struggling, well, we are being caught up by Colapinto. At this point, we will defend like hell to keep 15th, or at least Colapinto gets into a gap and absolutely blasts through me like I'm doing right now. And honestly, I think I'm just going to give the thumbnail to a Hardwick. Because I pretty much use the top, because I also use all the top guys, and I don't really want to use thumbnails that involve crashes, because otherwise I could have just included Donald in the thing and be done. But no, this time I'm actually going to use drivers that are still racing instead of wrecking. So yeah, I think I'm gonna use Hardwick, because again I've used all the top guys. But yeah, Rockingham is up next, and then Homestead, and then we're done with this thing. Okay. 7 to go, sorry. Yeah, Allison has caught up to Anderson, as Colapinto and Hardwick are still battling for 16th. Which is of course good for me, because it means that I could keep the distance between me and them, at least hopefully. Time to go.
Just 5 more to go.
Okay. Four to go. Did I say? Yeah, I think I did say that TC is going to use this, the track distances for its races. Or applicable, of course. Shit. Yeah, pretty much Hardwick and Colapinto have been locked up in this battle for like the last couple of laps, and they still haven't gotten through anyone. Ah shit. I might just let them.
Just 2 to go.
2 to go. white flag for, I'm going to assume Douglas Barkley, maybe? I have no idea. And of course, we'll check out once the race is over. But in the meantime, white flag for us.
White flag. One more lap to go.
And into the future dogleg for one final time. Enter 3 and 4. And who's going to win this battle for 16th? Looks to be Colapinto as we come home from Phoenix in 15th. And looks Hardwick. Yep, Hardwick wins the battle for 16th.
All right, there's the checkered flag. Bring it on home and let's get the heck out of here.
Okay. 2 races to go, folks. Tomorrow and the day after tomorrow, and we're done. And we start with DC USA.
Limit 45. Keep it under 3,500 in second.
Okay, where's my pit stall? There it is.
The race is over. Come on in.
There we go. So, Douglas Barkley wins. Paulo Espinosa finished in second. Patricia, sorry. Espinosa is second. Webster is third. Campbell is fourth. Norris is fifth. Abbott is sixth. Harmon is seventh. Wallace is in eighth. Monaco is in ninth. And Piniella is in 10th. Then, okay, we finished 15th. I don't think Kristen did not qualify. Pro Knight 26th. Mia finished 43rd. Kazumi and Gigi Palmer are only lapped cars. And Colin Jones are only DNF of the race with a piston failure. But, yeah. That's all there is to say. So, let's check out the standings, shall we? And no changes in the championship standings. Espinosa still leading, 51 points clear of James Norris, who's now up to 6 wins. And Espinosa can wrap up the title next up at Rockingham. He's got 51 points, 40 points on the 80 points are for grabs. But yeah, Emma is in 3rd. Then we got Piniella in 4th. Then it's Boros in 5th. No changes to the top 10. And Anto Kubica, pretty much last car winner by a long margin, unless he wins. And Vanessa doesn't make it, but I doubt it. So Anto Kubica, we can officially say last car winner. Biggest winners in the standings are Douglas Barkley and Chris Hardwick. Both gained 2 positions. Douglas is now in 18th and Hardwick is now in 47th. And biggest loser happens to be Tucker Fitzwater, who's now at the edge of top 20, who lost 2 positions. But yeah, not much to say. Next, as we stated, tomorrow will be the first SNL Retailing 2001 video, hopefully. And Espinosa can, as I said, can wrap up the title at Rockingham. So yeah, there's pretty much nothing else to be said other than this has been it for this video. If you liked it, give it a like. If you see more content like this, hit subscribe and click the notification bell so you get the next video drops. And I have nothing else to say other than see you next video, everybody. This is Alpha, signing out.